because
About the installation part.
anyway, without wasting much time, already wasted half an hour. So let's start. We are seeing charts. We saw some basic things, of course, dual axis, blended axis, bar charts. That again, I'm repeating, dual axis, blended axis is not just for bar charts or that chart, this chart. In any chart, you can get a dual axis, blended axis. There is no limitation on it. Okay, in any chart, you can get a dual axis or blended axis. Okay, there is no limit on it. That is how it is. Okay, so remember that. Now, next here, right? So here we start. So we'll see some more charts today. I'll choose the charts randomly, but if you want any particular thing, I'll teach that first. But anyway, we'll see everything. Just 1 or 2 days delay. That's all. We'll start with the maps. Okay, very simple thing, of course. Map. Map is here developing maps. We have two types of maps. One is symbol map, and the other one is field map. Creating maps or developing maps is very easy, right? But before doing that, we need to understand some basics. Whenever whenever Tableau connects to any source, Tableau will automatically identify what are dimensions and what are measures. Along with that, it can identify whether there are any geographical fields or not. Geographical fields are there means it will download the latitude and longitude information. Here you are seeing italic names here. So you see this. These are Tableau generated fields. They are not from the data source. So whenever Tableau identifies a geographic field, it will automatically download the latitude, longitude information. It will do it automatically. So it is important. Now, how it will do it? If there are any fields straight away with the names of state, country, region, province, such kind of things, it will go and verify if, okay, this is called a state. Is this really state? Is it containing states? Which states it is containing? Right? Which states it is containing? It will cross verify with the spellings. As per international standards, what are the spellings? For example, US states, both of you are from US only. Obviously, you will realize all this, right? So you'll recognize all these states. So Alabama, Arizona, so you see there. A big list of states are there, right? So if the spelling is different, it will not work. Okay, the spelling is different, it will not get the latitude longitude information. Spelling should be correct. So that's the first thing which you should take care. If the spelling is wrong, you go to aliases straight away and change it. Okay, so you go to aliases straight away and change it, right? So if the spelling is not correct, it will not recognize it and it will not download the latitude longitude information. Next, that's geographic field here. Now, one more thing. So that's the state there. Now, so that's state there. Next, here, one more thing which you should take care is role, geographic role. What does that mean? That means that in US you call it as states, counties, right, and cities, correct? Whereas when it comes to Europe, right, you call it in some countries you call it as again counties only, districts, such kind of things, and states. You don't use counties. Whereas when it comes to today morning only, I learned this lesson. That is in Switzerland, it is called as cantons. Even I heard it first time. So that's how states are represented. So they are called as cantons and districts, right? Different terminology. When it comes to China, it is provinces, right? So when the role is not identified properly, you should change the role. So you go here and you should identify it properly. It can be an airport also, right? So you should change it. Why these two things should be taken care before you go for maps is because only if the field is identified as a proper geographic field, only then there will be a globe icon before that. Otherwise, there will be no globe icon. Okay, there will be a globe icon like that. Okay, so that globe icon will tell you, right, So why that globe icon is important? That means only for that data you have a latitude, longitude information. You will get a map if you double click on it like this. So if there is no globe icon like a region, there is no globe icon. If you double click on it, it is nothing but a string. It is nothing but a string. Got it? So it is nothing but a string. So remember that difference. That's why globe icon is important. Okay. Now you can directly double click on it. So you'll get a map. By default, you will get a symbol map. So symbol means each and every state is represented by some circle there, right? That's a symbol there. Okay. Symbol map. This is called a symbol map. Okay. So each and every state is represented by a symbol there. Of course, it is circle. Can I change the mark type? Always. Always. Remember that. Okay. I've been telling you this for everything. So you can change the mark type for every chart. You need not go with the default one given by Tableau. So you can choose, no problem. But I can choose bar also. How does that make sense? Can you understand something from this? No. This is totally nonsense. That's why don't do it. Okay. So this is what you right? Or you can go with pie chart also because that is also circle only, right? So this also you can. Like this, you can go with anything like that. That is symbol map. Next, right? Next, before going to see the data, you need to understand some things. Here, latitude, longitude is there. Latitude, longitude is there in columns and rows. Remember that state is there here in detail. Okay. You can drag and drop it on color also. Color, size, right? So all these things you can do. No problem. Okay. Nobody is going to stop you. Okay. All these things you can do. Right. If you want. Now, here latitude, longitude is there. Latitude, longitude is nothing but x-axis, y-axis kind of. X-axis means from left side. Okay. From left side, it is some 5 units or 10 units. From top, it is some 20 units or something. Right. From top, it is some 20 units or something. Again, right, from this point, if you take from left, it is some 30 units or something. From top, it is some 45 units or something. I'm just telling you some approximate numbers. I don't know whether that number is right or wrong. That's why I'm saying you units. I'm not saying centimeters, inches, such kind of things. So, right, that's how it is. If you have seen any big building, right, apartment or office anywhere, you'll have fire exit map, such kind of things. Right, they will be representing like that. So that's how latitude, longitude is represented here. Okay, interpolation, right? So or interpolation. So that's how it is. So that is how it is. Okay, this map. Now to understand some more options, background maps is there. By default, I told you right, Tableau will identify the names. Tableau will identify the names, right? Names of that state. So here you are seeing OpenStreetMap contributors. OpenStreetMap contributors. So Tableau will download the latitude longitude information from this map services. Here you can see it. Okay. So Tableau is downloading, right? So map services, that is map services is nothing but something like a Google Maps. Google Maps, what will be there? Right? You can find each and every location on Google Maps. Nowadays you can even go for a tour on Google Maps, right? They are representing all that monuments and everything. That's how it is, as simple as that, right? So ISRO has sent plenty of satellites. It has sent satellites for almost all European countries, even for Switzerland, including France, Russia, right? Every country, right, is depending on ISRO now. Why? Because it is cheap and best. That headlines you might have seen, right? It is cheaper than right making a movie. So that's how it is. Galaxy movie. So that's how it is. So that is the reason nowadays everybody has their own map services. You really need not depend on what Tableau is giving or Google is giving, such kind of things. You can have your own map services if you are a very big company. Otherwise, totally waste. Okay, so that's how it is. So Tableau will download. So Tableau has its own map services like this. So it will download all these data from this website. Okay, so Tableau does that. But if you believe that my company is very big, right, I can download data from right from my company website itself. You can do it, no problem. How you can do that? You can go here, click here, and see map services. By default, Tableau is selected. That is, Tableau is using its own website, but you can use your own, right, other map services also, just like Google Maps. Just specify that link here, www.google.maps.com, something, and give that name there. Name is name of the field, something like state, right? So it will download the latitude longitude information. How it will download? It will cross verify the names. So New York is there. It will go and verify in Google, is there a New York? If it is there, then it will download the latitude longitude information. So that's how it is. Okay, cool. Advancement in technology. That's all it is. So that is first option. Next is background images. We'll see that later. Geocoding is there. What is geocoding? Custom geocoding. For example, you have a very remote region. You don't have any latitude, longitude information for that region. Let's say some Antarctica, Arctic, or whatever it is. But nowadays, there is people are going to Mars also. There is no place that you can't really identify unless until it is an ocean, right? That's when you can even hide a plane, right? So plane went missing, people didn't find it, but people say advancement in technology that this big plane went missing, nobody found. So that's the only place where you can hide, where latitude, longitude is cannot be exactly found. You want to represent such kind of regions. Of course, you cannot do it accurately by using Tableau, but I'm just showing you some right other option here. That's all. So you want to represent that in the form of a map, right? Or let's say your company, right? You have various people sitting at various locations, seat locations. You want to represent the seat locations there, right? So what you can do is you can directly give latitude, longitude information by yourself, just taking a wild guess. That's all. Let's say seat one. How you start? So let's say you are in the seat one and you are sitting in second floor and in the right wing, right, 100 meters. Okay. In this case, what you can do from ground floor reception, you will start from ground floor reception. I am sitting in second floor. That is height is second floor, right? From right, I'm sitting in the right wing and it is 100 meters. That means I will take every 100 meters as 10 units. Okay, 10 units, right? This is how it is. So I'll represent it like this, right? So I'll do this. Okay, so like this, maybe third floor now. So like this, I'll represent the data. That's all it is, right? Now you save this Excel file as a .csv file. Okay, so you save this file as .csv file and go here and click on import custom geocode. So here and download that CSV file. That's all it is, right? So that's all. You just download the information and start seeing a map. Mostly not needed, but still, if you think right, you can do that. Edit locations, very important thing. This option. Why? Because here I told you, right, Tableau will cross verify the spellings. So you see here matching location. If you see that the spelling is wrong, it will not download the latitude longitude information. See that it is immediately asking for enter latitude longitude information because that spelling is not identified. You have to enter it. Okay, you have to enter the latitude longitude manually. So that's how it is. So be aware of it. Now it is, see, it is matching. Okay, so like that it is. Okay, now and another important thing is, so this plays the ultimately key role. This is why you are getting latitude longitude information. Okay, because it is matching with the names which are there in its website. Another important thing is, for example, you are representing some China data, you are representing some India or Germany, such things. But if here, if you see country region is United States and it is fixed, obviously, right? IT means US only. So, and Tableau is a US based company. Obviously, US is fixed. There is no surprise in it. But you should be aware of it. When you start working, you should go for that country and select it. So, of course, every country, right? These states are not part of US, right? So that's why you're getting that error. So, but right, be aware of it. Okay, so be aware of it. That's how it is. Okay, otherwise you will get a very wrong map. Borders will be United States and latitude longitude will be from Germany, and you will combine both of them and see a lot of confusion there. Okay, this is a very small option, simple option actually, but I have seen it in one real-time scenario. So that's why I'm telling you. That guy wanted to represent Germany, but unfortunately it is fixed to US. Right, he forgot that option. Right, later on we found. Anyway, so map layers. Again, these are formatting options here. So here if you see, so we have three options here. Normal is normal. Next is light, light colored. So like this, no borders, nothing. It is not happening. Wait, it is not changing. It is stuck actually. Give me a second. Okay, now it is changing. So this is dark, and next one is light, and the other one is normal. Okay, there is a very minor difference. I think I need to change the washout, all these things. I'll do that. Okay, if you want washout, complete washout, no borders, nothing, you can do this. Okay, only representing the dots. If you want map, proper map, so you can do this, right? Next is coastal line. So here you have coastal border, so you want to show that line, you can click on it. These are all simple formatting options, so you can try out later on also, no problem. Okay, you can represent it that way. And like that, plenty of things are there. Even metro boundaries are there. This is only for US data, so I don't think you will get it for every country. But if the data is there, nobody can stop you. You can even represent a Google Maps here. Okay, so you can directly give www.googlemaps.com in dashboard, and you'll see Google Maps only. You really need not do all these things, right? You can download that web page directly into your Tableau. That I will show you when you see dashboard, right? Because this is US data, and not only this, US data is there in internet. If you are thinking that your data is personal, no. Okay, so that is how it is. Your data is there. Everybody is having your data in US. Even a small company will have your own data. You will not even think about Facebook, WhatsApp, such things. Okay, here it is. Okay, so all the data, if you want, you can represent. But since we have the data already here, we'll go ahead here and we'll just double click. I'm adding a measure. One will go into size and other one will go into color. Right, I'll add a couple of measures here. Representation of data and understanding the data is easy, right? So you not do all these things, but for a developer, if it doesn't do it properly, then you should research all these options where it went wrong. Okay, and one more option is there, that is map options. That map options is this one, right? You can zoom in if you want a particular region to be, or zoom out. Scrolling. I'll close the other one. Come on, why is it stuck? Yeah, one lesson to be learned: don't click on cancel. Okay, I did that actually. You don't do it. Whether you cancel it or whether you allow it to do, it will take the same time in Tableau. Okay, so I, knowing that, I do that mistake again and again. So even now I did. So whether you cancel it or you allow it to complete, both will take the same amount of time. So better allow it to do it. Okay, just for the sake of safe side, I'll open it again. It's taking time. Don't ever click on cancel. Don't do that. Why it is taking time? Okay, did it come? No, it didn't come. Still taking time. Okay, I'll develop it again. Okay, so you can go for map options here. So map options are here, zoom in, zoom out, all that, and you can select some particular area. Okay, like this, and you can right click and you can annotate. So do all that, mark point area. So all those things you can do, right? So this you can do, right? No problem at all. Okay, so it is still coming up actually. Again stuck. Lessons not learned properly. Mhm. I'm just opening it just for the sake of backup immediately. Hmm. Don't worry, these things will not happen in your real day-to-day life. Okay. So for me, it is happening because I've been doing it, using it from last 3 hours, 4 hours, continuously doing that, doing this. Right. Whenever it downloads data from first time, right, it will happen, but later on it will not happen. Okay. So I'll develop it again. Hmm. So I'll just increase its size. So what I told you just now is annotation. So if you want to select some particular area, so you can right click on it. So like this you can select, and if you right click on it, you will get that option of annotate. So you can represent it in the form of mark, area, and point. Okay, just to save time. So that's how it is. So that you can do, and of course labels, all those things you can add, no problem. This is simple map, right? So labels you can add, no problem. You can drag and drop on labels, right? Just like how I showed you in the previous class. That is symbol map. Now we have field map here. So field map means the same data only, you will just fill the area with the color. So directly you will go here, field map, you will click on it directly, and you will fill the area with the color. So you drag and drop it on the color. Sales or profit, anything is fine. Okay. But here size cannot be edited. Size cannot be edited. Remember that. Size cannot be modified. Obviously, right? So it's a borders, right? For each state it is borders. That's why you cannot do it. So maybe label is there. So you can drag and drop it on label. Now you can drag and drop it on size here, right? So that can be done. So it is the size like this, correct? So that's how it is. So you can see the size of the label, correct? Clear? So that can be done. Clear? So that's how it is, correct? So this is field map. Okay, this is field map. Okay. So it is just filling. Okay, if you are not happy with the colors, if you are not happy with the colors, as I told you, you can change the colors always. Okay, see here, plenty of options are there. So just choose whatever you want. Okay, so that's how it is. So based on your data, try both field map and symbol map. Which one looks better? Go with that. This one looks better, right? Because plenty of colors are there. That's a human nature. You are attractive to colors. Okay, use the colors properly. You will get a very good chance. Next, of course, here. So next, what chart we will see? You want any specific chart, or shall I just start to choose randomly? Okay, I'll go with text table. Okay, so text table, very simple thing. If you click on a dimension first, right, it will show the data, right? So that's all text table is. Pretty much straightforward. And as I told you, you can add even 32 fields, 32 fields, more than 32 fields, not just the 32 fields, right? You can add 32 fields. Go on adding. It's all about your patience. That's all, right? Just to drag and drop, keep on adding. So you can do this, right? Understanding data, numbers are displayed straight away. Data is displayed straight away. So nothing complex here to understand. There is one problem. What is that problem? The problem will come only when you have only one measure. Okay, only one measure is there. That problem will come like this. The problem is you don't have a name here. How to get that name? As I told you, only if you have one measure, that problem will come. Otherwise, that problem will not come. Okay, so that problem will not come. So, how to rectify it? There is only one way of doing it. That one way is you add one more measure. If you add one more measure, measure names and measure values will get added here. So you see measure names and you see measure values. Measure names and measure values will get added there. Okay, so that is how it is. So measure names is here and measure values is here. Okay, so that's how it is. Okay, measure names here and measure values here. Good. Now you don't want this field, right? Right? You want a name, but that doesn't mean you want another field here. You don't want that field. Go there, click on edit filter, remove that. That's all done. Now you got the name. Got it? Only through measure names and measure values you will get it. There is no other way. Remember that. Okay? So you get that name only through measure names and measure values. Okay. Whether you right click, you try to add text, whatever you do, you can't do it. Only through this way you can do. So that's how you can use measure names and measure values. There is no other way. Remember that. Okay. So remember that. So that's how it is. Okay. So good then. Understood? Proceed. Both of you. Deepthi and Purnima. Proceed.
Yes,
Done.
proceed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, now for every chart, at the bottom of the show me, I'm talking about this place. It will tell you which chart you can add, how many dimensions, how many measures. Okay, so it will tell you that. Okay, so please observe that now and then. Not needed. Okay, nobody will ask you in interview or anything. Okay, don't worry about it. Nobody is going to ask you in interview. Just remember what I am teaching you in right class. That's more than enough. Don't try to remember things. Okay, don't work out. If there is any exceptional case, I will tell you. Okay, I'll show you. Now, one of you read what is written there. You want me to stop?
One or more dimensions, one measure.
Okay. So if your child is awake, I will stop. No problem. Okay. Shall I proceed or stop? Okay. You are swinging the cradle. So whose child is it? Ditya or Purnima?
Deepti's child is
Translator. Okay. So what we will do, Purnima? We'll stop this class tomorrow. Continue or actually I started late. I hardly taught you for 30 minutes. Okay, honestly speaking.
Yeah.
So what do you say? But again, I have to teach her tomorrow. Right? Right. So just for a couple of days, right? I mean, right, I will do one thing.